Have you ever eaten groundnut sweet and then you bite into it and the groundnut feels raw? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make your groundnut sweet and it doesn't have that raw taste in the inside. First, you want to start by selecting the bad groundnuts, every dirt out of your groundnut. In fact, if you look at it and you feel it's too dusty, especially in the rainy season, you can go ahead and give it a rinse. You have your salt and your nutmeg. Nutmeg is optional. You have sugar and water. As we go along in the video, I will tell you the exact measurements. You can also check the description box. So I am measuring out my groundnut. This is 1 cup, this is the second cup, and then this is the third cup, and then halfway. Okay, so 3.5 cups. Now what you want to just know is that whatever number of cups of groundnut you're making, you use half the cups of sugar and half the cup of salt. So if I'm making 2 cups of groundnut, I'm going to use 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. So we measured our groundnut and it was 3.5 cups, right? So how many cups of sugar are we going to use? So if it were just 3 cups, we're going to use what, 1.5, right? But since we have that extra half, so I've measured 1, this is 1.5 now there was an extra half cup of groundnut. So for that, I'm going to use like a 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, so yeah, that's the 1/4 cup I'm going to add now. The same thing with the water, but with the water you can go a little lower and just use 1.5 and forget about the little quarter. But I like to measure things, so I went with exactly that. So you can see me measuring the little quarter of water down there. Yes, so I'm using half the cups of water and half the cup of salt according to the groundnut. So depending on the number of cups of groundnut, I hope this is making sense. That's what I do when I make groundnut sweet, and it always turns out right. Now the technique I'm using here is that I'm going to fry my groundnut first. As you can see, I'm going to fry it to the point where it is actually ready, where I'm going to show you a sample, like you rub your fingers on it and the peel will easily come off. The groundnut is already ready. Okay, now I'm going in with my salt and my nutmeg into water. I love the flavor of nutmeg. If you don't like it, you can skip it. It's very optional. It's not a requirement, okay, to make groundnut sweet. You can just use sugar. And then I don't know if I showed you guys, yes, I did show you guys salt alongside the nutmeg. Please do not omit salt. Salt, I don't know, it always gives one balance. So once my groundnut was ready, I just came in with my water, I poured it into the groundnut, and then I poured in my sugar as well. And then the process begins. It's a lot of hard work. You have to mix. Okay, at this point you don't even have to mix, right? You just have to let it boil until, but stay around, and then you keep checking the liquid. After you put the water, you realize that it will start to boil, like it's boiling now. You will notice that at some point this liquid, that's a mixture of water and sugar and all the other things, is going to become thicker. Okay, you just keep checking it. When it starts getting thicker, it will be heavy to turn it. The spoon will literally feel heavy in your hand to turn. That's what's happening, and the sugar begins to melt. It begins to get browner. Okay, so at this point you have to be very keen and you have to continuously mix your groundnut sweet in the pot. Don't go far away. Voila, I had to change my spoon because the mixing got serious. It gets thicker, it gets heavier. Okay, so as the liquid is thickening up, the water is drying up, you are now being left with sugar and your peanut in the pot. At this point you have to mix and mix and mix. Now there's a misconception or a mistake I used to make for years when I didn't know how to make groundnut sweet. I used to think that when the groundnut sweet is ready, I have to feel it dry in the pot. Think about it. How do you get sugar dry when it's still on fire? It will keep melting, right? So you have to notice when it has gotten to this level of brownness, and then you notice that it starts sticking a lot on the pot like that. Your groundnut sweet is ready. It will not be doing that. You know the sound when groundnut sweet is ready, how it will not be, it will not sound crunchy in the pot. It will still feel wet, and you'll be like, this thing is not ready. This is not how groundnut sweet should look like. Now I'm showing you how to form the tight groundnut sweet, right? You know how when you go to buy groundnuts, you see those ones in the bucket that are just tied together. So this is my method of making it. I'm just going to get a bowl, not a plastic bowl. At this point, the sweet is very hot. The groundnut sweet is very hot. If you use a plastic bowl, it is going to melt it. So use something that is breakable. Okay, so I'm going to put my groundnut in this small bowl, and I'm just going to press it down. I'm going to press it down. You can use see, I'm using my hand. It has cooled down a bit before I started using my hand, or you can use a spoon and just press it down. Okay, and then allow it there, allow it to cool for at least 30 minutes. I put it under the fan, and I let it cool for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to come with a fork and just send it in the corner of my groundnut sweet, and you see it's going to come out. Okay, so you can actually use this for business. You can mold it in different shapes. This shape really looks attractive and is very uncommon. Imagine that this has been molded in this shape, like a lot of it, and mounted in buckets. If somebody's walking with it on the road, I'll be looking at it like, wow, what kind of orderly groundnut sweet is that? So this is an idea. If you have your groundnut sweet business, you can definitely pack it in a bowl like that and sell. It might be time consuming. You might need many of these bowls. Yeah. This is my groundnut sweet. Now you can hear that it's sounding very crunchy. I also just want to point out that this video, it's very short, right? This is just like 7 minutes, but it would take you like 40 minutes to make your groundnut sweet. Okay, it takes time, it takes patience, and then you have to keep on mixing. Don't keep wondering why it's not sounding crunchy in the pot. It would not sound crunchy in the pot. It would only sound crunchy like 15-20 minutes after it is ready, when you're taking it out of that heat, because this is sugar we are dealing with. If you leave it longer than you should leave it on the fire, it will just keep melting. The sugar will keep melting, and at some point it would even start burning. So you want to take your groundnut sweet out of the pot when you realize that the sugar, the water is all dry. You are left now with just sugar and peanuts in the pot, and then you notice that it's burning at the side and it starts to melt over again. At that point, take out the groundnut sweet from the pot, put it on a tray, not a plastic tray, an aluminium tray, so that you don't have any melting of plastic into your food and all of that. Thank you for watching this video. If it's your first time on JD's Home, you are welcome. I share with you all Cameroonian food recipes, my life as a mom of 4 living in Cameroon. I share with you the health benefits of amazing foods that we have in our country, in our kitchens on a daily basis. Please do well to subscribe if this is something you are interested in, and I'll see you on my next video.